Jupiter's calming effect on Ketu. Namaste, friends. My name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel, Vedic Astro Amit. Jupiter, Brihaspati, Guru Maharaj, has entered the sign of Taurus, Vrishab Rashi, as of today, May 1st. This is a long transit. This is a major transit. Jupiter will stay in Taurus for a year. I've made a separate video on the impact of this transit on all the 12 signs, a very detailed video. You can check that out. You'll see the link above. So this specific video will talk about one big thing, a shift that will happen because of this transit is Jupiter will have drishti aspect on Ketu. So I'll explain with the chart. We'll go over all the 12 rising signs. But Ketu has been in the sign of Virgo since last October, November. Okay, so in your chart, you can see where Virgo is. Everybody has Virgo in their chart, right? So you see which house Virgo falls in your chart based on your rising signs. For example, if you're Virgo rising, then Virgo is your first house. So see which house Virgo is in your chart. And then Ketu has been there for over 6 months now. So that area of life will be, you might have had some obstacles, issues, a little bit of suffering in that area of life since last October, November. So what we're saying is now Jupiter has entered Taurus. So from Taurus, Jupiter has drishti, has aspect on Virgo. So Ketu is sitting in Virgo, so Jupiter will be affecting or aspecting Virgo, aspecting Ketu. So whichever area Virgo is in your chart, that area will see protection now. That area will see blessings of the Guru. So we'll see specifically what areas for all the 12 rising signs. If you like the content, please share with your friends and hit the bell icon so you get the notifications. So we'll go one by one for all the 12 rising signs and we'll see specifically what this means. Again, there's a separate video for Jupiter's transit in Taurus, a detailed analysis for all 12 rising signs. But this video is specifically talking about how Jupiter will enhance the energy of Ketu from Taurus over to Virgo. So first of all, Aries rising. This is Lagna is Aries. And so we're talking about how Jupiter's transit through the sign of Taurus will stabilize the energy of Ketu. I'll explain here. So Jupiter has entered Taurus here, and Ketu has been sitting in Virgo for the last 6 months. Okay, now how that impacts. So from Taurus, Jupiter will have aspect on Ketu, which has been sitting in Virgo. Okay, so that's what's happening. So this is the picture. So for Aries rising, Ketu has been in your 6th house since last October, November. Okay, that means 6th house matters would have been suffering some obstacles in that area. So you may have had some health issues. You may have had challenges with your job if it's a 9-to-5 job. You may have issues with maybe legal issues, litigation, issues with loans and debts, too much loan, too much debt. You may have had issue maintaining a good routine, the dinacharya, daily routine, okay, or some issues with the volunteer work. So if you're doing any volunteer work, or you may have had some issues with your employees if you employ people, so your people who work for you. So any of those or some of those areas might have been having challenges. So what we're saying is now Jupiter has entered Taurus, and from here Jupiter will be aspecting Virgo and Ketu. So this will stabilize. So now, in other words, a lot of your problems, obstacles will be resolved now. This means better health, better energy, better you will deal with enemies in a better way, both your internal enemies and external enemies, and your digestion may improve. There could be relief from loans and debts. Litigation issues may resolve or move forward favorably. And also you'll have a better daily routine, the dinacharya. So all of those things will be under control, or they'll have positive energy, movement forward. All the sixth house matters, where Ketu has been sitting since last October, November. Now you will see progress in those areas because Jupiter has entered the sign of Taurus. Next is the rising sign of Taurus. Okay, so for Taurus, Jupiter just entered your Lagna, your rising sign. And so I made a separate video for overall analysis of this transit. You can watch that. But this video, so we're talking about impact of Jupiter's entry into Taurus on Ketu. So what's happening is for Taurus rising, Ketu has been in your fifth house for the last 5-6 months without the aspect of Jupiter. Okay, so let's see here. So what's happening is Ketu has just entered your Lagna, and Ketu has been in your fifth house. Okay, so from there, before today Jupiter entered Taurus. So before today, Jupiter was not having aspect on Ketu. But as of today, Jupiter is having a drishti aspect on Ketu. So what does that mean? For the last 6 months, you may have had issues. So fifth house represents our education, our romantic relationships, our children, speculation, stock market, our heart, physical organ. And fifth house is creativity. Fifth house is the house for intelligence and buddhi. It's the learning capability. It's memory also. All the sports we play. Fifth house is mantra shastra also. Our disciples, our students, all of that is fifth house. So what we're saying is for the last 6 months, you may have had issues, challenges in these areas of life. Now, with Jupiter entering into Taurus, Jupiter will have influence on fifth house and will have this calming effect on Ketu. And it will actually bring positive changes in all these areas. So, if you're a student, your education may improve. If you're looking for a romantic partner, this will give you ample opportunities because Ketu was denying that for the last 6 months. If you are in a romantic relationship, this will stabilize your relationship. If you were having arguments or difficulties, your children may actually have a better time, more wisdom, more stability in their life. And this is also, if you had challenges in speculation and stock market, this will stabilize that. And you'll have ample creativity. You'll actually go very deep, very spiritual. You'll come up with brilliant ideas. Those will be futuristic, long term. That Jupiter will give you hope and this learning capability. And then you'll also excel in sports and things like that. So all of those areas will be positively impacted now starting May 1st for Taurus rising. Next is the sign of Gemini, rising sign of Gemini, number 3 sign. So in this video, we're talking about how Jupiter will stabilize the effect of Ketu in the sign of Virgo. So let's see what's happening for Gemini. First of all, so Jupiter has entered your 12th house as of today, May 1st. Jupiter is here in the sign of Taurus in your 12th house. And Ketu has been sitting in your 4th house. And so what we are saying is that Ketu did not have aspect or drishti or blessings of the Guru until today. For the last 6 months, Ketu has been in your 4th house. Starting today, Jupiter will be aspecting your Ketu. Okay. So what that means is for the last 6 months, there may be issues related to the 4th house matters for Gemini rising. 4th house includes our like primary education, real estate, our place of residence, our home, our inner happiness. 4th house is our vehicles, conveyance. 4th house represents our mother, chest, and sukhasthana. It's our environment we grow up in. And all our roots, all of that. So all those areas may have had some issues because wherever Ketu goes, it sort of sucks up the energy, or just makes you very, very spiritual. So for the last 6 months, you may have had issues in those areas. Now we're saying with Jupiter's blessing, as Jupiter has entered the sign of Taurus, Jupiter will stabilize these areas for you, will give you expansion and growth in these areas, not just stabilize. So if you are a student, your primary education will flourish. If you're into real estate, this will bring a lot of opportunities and expansion in your real estate business. In your home also, you may do renovation, improvement. You may get into a bigger home. You may change residence. You may buy a vehicle, a good, car or something. This will, if your mother has had issues in the past 6 months, that for Gemini rising, this will stabilize that. This will be a period of better health, and also better health for your mother, also better relationship with your mother for you. Okay, so more happiness, more inner happiness. You'll experience sukha, which is comfort and satisfaction, grounded energy. So all of those areas will be positively impacted for you. All the fourth house matters for Gemini rising. Next is Cancer rising. So we are talking about Jupiter's transit in Taurus. We have a separate video. I have made it for overall full detailed analysis. Please watch that. This video, we are specifically focusing on how this entry into Taurus will impact the position of Ketu in your chart. And so what's happening is Jupiter has entered your 11th house. 11th house is the sign of Taurus for Cancer rising. And Ketu has been sitting in your third house. Okay. Ketu has been in the sign of Virgo. And so for the last 6 months, Ketu did not have aspect or drishti or the blessings of the Guru. What we're saying is now, starting today, May 1st, Jupiter will be having its aspect on your Ketu. So what that overall means is for the last 6 months, you may have had issues or difficulties related to your third house matters, meaning first is you may have had challenges being courageous. Your efforts may not have had much results. You may have had issues with your younger siblings. Your desires may have been all over the place. Your short distance travels within the city may not have been so fruitful, or some frustrations like a lot of long commute or difficult commute. And you may have had difficulty learning things or skills, or processing information, maybe miscommunication in your written, like emails and just sending out information. And then also, documentation, that is third house challenges, or missing the fine print, issues with your close friends or neighbors. So all of that could have been challenging for the last 6 months. And now with Jupiter's entry into Taurus, Jupiter will be aspecting your third house, which is Virgo. Jupiter will be aspecting Ketu. So now this is a combination of Ketu and Jupiter, which will bring a lot of good positive energy. Things will start moving. You'll feel more, grounded and courageous. And you'll have better relationships. Your relationship with your younger siblings, with your friends, with your neighbors will improve. You'll have more holistic and sattvic desires. You'll have better communication. You'll learn a lot of new skills. The documentation challenges will not be there. So you'll have better communication, information, documentation, all of that will improve. You'll learn new skills, and your short distance travels will also have better positive results, and you'll see things moving along. So this is the blessings of the Guru, Brihaspati, Jupiter. So that's for the sign, rising sign or lagna of Cancer. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the notifications. Next is the sign of Leo, the rising sign of Leo. So we're talking about how Jupiter's transit into the sign of Taurus will impact the position of Ketu in your chart, the results of Ketu in your chart. So as of today, May 1st, Jupiter Guru Maharaj has entered your 10th house. To see the results of that overall detailed analysis, I have a separate video on that. But this video specifically talks about how the energy of Ketu sitting in your second house will change, how Jupiter will modify that starting today. So until today, Ketu was not getting the aspect of drishti or blessings of Guru. Starting today, Jupiter is directly aspecting the Ketu. So what that means is for Cancer rising, Jupiter, I'm sorry, for Leo rising, Ketu has been in your second house. So this is, we're talking about Leo rising. Ketu has been in your second house for the last 6 months, since last October, November. So all your second house matters might have had ups and downs or challenges. So that includes your speech. You may have issues, being confident in your speech, or just very introvert, don't feel like speaking at all, or literally speech issues possible for the last 6 months. You may have had issues with your diet, your food, or you may be eating too little, or just not good food. You may have had issues with your family members, kutumba, um, issues with your accumulated wealth, your resources, like, not your resources may be draining, or uh, too much expenses, things like that. And then all your assets. So now with Jupiter's aspect, Jupiter's drishti, all those areas will improve. So your speech will improve. You'll be more confident speaking. It'll come from a very deep place. The food that you eat will be more sattvic, more dharmic, and you'll have a better diet. You'll have better relationships with your family, kutumba, or your extended family. Overall, your relationships with them will improve. And then this will also give expansion to your wealth, family wealth, your accumulated resources, your assets will increase. And then also second house is our right eye also. So if you've had any issues with your eyes, especially the right eye in the last 6 months, so that will also improve. So that's the impact of Jupiter's transit into Taurus specifically on Ketu, and the results from your second house for Leo rising. Next is the rising sign of Virgo. Lagna is Virgo. So we're talking about how the Jupiter's transit into Taurus will impact the effects of Ketu in your chart. Jupiter Guru Maharaj um, has entered Taurus today, May 1st. And so let's see. So Jupiter has entered in your fifth house. And Ketu obviously has been sitting in your Lagna for the last 6 months, since October, November. So what we're saying is Ketu did not have effect or influence or aspect or drishti of Jupiter Guru Maharaj until today. So, but as of today, Jupiter is having a direct aspect on your Ketu. So for Virgo rising, Ketu has been sitting in your Lagna in your first house. That means you may have had difficult time with respect to, in general, your health, maybe, your appearance, your intellect, your body in general, with your self-confidence, your personality, self-expression, your identity, your behavior. Also could be with your head, literally the brain or head or hair, and maybe issues with ego also. So those things might have been challenging. All the first house matters. The Lagna matters. And so now Jupiter has entered Taurus. Jupiter is aspecting Ketu. So those things will improve. So you'll have better sense of self. You'll have better self-confidence. You'll have better self-expression. Your personality will shine. Your appearance will improve. Your health will improve. Your mindset will improve. Your behavior will be better, more grounded, more like a guru, more like a consultant, coach, helping other people, and more expansive. In general, your outlook about life will be very expansive. You'll have uh, a lot of hope, and you'll plan a lot of things for future, and your stamina will improve. So all of those areas will improve starting today. So now I've made another separate video for Jupiter's transit in Taurus overall for detailed analysis. Please watch that. But this one we are talking specifically how the Ketu's impact will change as of today when Jupiter enters Taurus. Next is the sign of Libra, rising sign of Libra, Tula Rashi, Tula Lagna. It's the ascendant, Libra. Okay, so what's happening is Jupiter has entered your eighth house in the sign of Taurus. And what we are talking about in this video is how this entry of Jupiter, Guru Maharaj in Taurus, will impact the results of Ketu in your life. So what we are saying is until today, since the last 6 months, Ketu has been in Virgo in your 12th house without the aspect, without the drishti of Jupiter, Guru Maharaj. But as of today, that will change. As of today, Jupiter is going to aspect your Ketu. So what that means is for the last 6 months, you may have had challenges, issues with your 12th house matters. 12th house includes any foreign trips, foreign connections, foreign people, your sleep, your dreams. You may have had issues, falling asleep or weird dreams, or maybe some secret enemies troubling you. Your feet, issues with your feet, so your subconscious mind, your maybe you had this huge urge to be isolated or just being on yourself, um, and some hidden things may have popped up, uh, in your bed pleasures, difficulties, issues with that, and then also 12th house is losses, so you may have had more losses or expenses, just unknown kind of, like weird expenses that just show up, that were not planned. So now Jupiter, Guru Maharaj, will be having drishti. Now, a lot of people confuse that, oh, Jupiter in the 12th house or Jupiter's aspect on the 12th house means there'll be a lot of expenses. That's not the idea. The idea is Jupiter gives you expansion in that area. And so either you do voluntary donation, but if Jupiter is making you spend more, that means you're earning more as well. Okay, so you'll spend more when you have more. That's the Sattvic way of flow of Lakshmi. And so all the 12th house matters will improve starting today. You'll have better relationship with the foreign people, foreign culture. Or for your foreign trips will be more fruitful now. You'll have better results, better success in foreign countries, and you'll have better sleep, better dreams, but also very powerful time for astral travel, for healing, for meditation, for past life regression, all of that. So all those 12th house matters will improve starting today because Jupiter is aspecting your Ketu. So that's for the sign of Libra. So next we'll see the sign of Scorpio. So we're talking about Scorpio rising. The Lagna is Scorpio. So what's happening is, in this video, we're talking about how Jupiter's entry into Taurus will change the results of Ketu in your chart specifically. I made a separate video for Jupiter's overall transit in Taurus. Please watch that. That's a detailed video. But for today, so we're talking about Jupiter's entry here, how that'll impact Ketu. So Jupiter has entered your 7th house. Okay, that is Taurus. And Ketu has been sitting in your 11th house for the last 6 months. And so what we are saying is Ketu may have causing troubles, issues with 11th house matters for the last 6 months because it did not have aspect of Jupiter. Starting today, Jupiter, Guru Maharaj, is having drishti, is having direct aspect on your Ketu, on your 11th house. So what that means, your 11th house matters may have been suffering for the last 6 months. That means there is not much financial gains, differences or issues with your friends, weird or unwholesome desires, and social media, social network is suffering, or just issues with communication, large scale communication, issues with media, issues with elder siblings. This is a Kama Trikona. So that means, as we said, desires also. And then 11th house is the physical body part, is ankles. So maybe issues with ankles. So overall issues with wealth, income, all of that. Now we're saying starting today, Jupiter, Guru Maharaj, is having drishti on your 11th house. It will stabilize the effect of Ketu in the 11th house. So you'll see more financial gains. You'll see better relationship with your friends, a better relationship with your elder siblings, and you'll have more wholesome desires. Okay, overall, a period of expansion, and on social media, also better presence on social media, a more holistic presence. So you'll expand your network, your social network, in a holistic way, with people who are more spiritual, and but you'll not be like a recluse. You won't be sitting at home and not wanting to talk to anybody. So that's the change, the big shift that's happening for Scorpio rising. Okay. Next is Sagittarius rising. So in this video, we are talking about how Jupiter's entry into Taurus is going to impact the position of Ketu, or the results of Ketu in your chart. For Sagittarius rising, Jupiter has entered, Guru Maharaj has entered your 6th house as of today, May 1st. And Ketu has been sitting in your 10th house for the last 6 months. So Ketu did not have aspect drishti of Jupiter. So for the last 6 months, you may have had difficult results with respect to your 10th house. We'll talk about that, what that means. And starting today, Jupiter Guru Maharaj will have drishti aspect on your 10th house. Okay. So what that means is you may have had challenges in the last 6 months related to your career, related to your karma in general, related to maybe dealing with some government officials. They may be giving you trouble for some permits or things like that, or dealing with authorities. 10th house is also our knees, right? So maybe some issues with your knees, issues with your public image, and with basically dealing with authority, dealing with the public, all of that. So now we're saying Jupiter Guru Maharaj has entered your sixth house. It's aspecting your 10th house. It will stabilize the results and energy of Ketu in your 10th house. You'll have expansion in your career. You'll have better karma. You'll have better connection with the government officials, better results. Let's say some permits were stuck. You'll receive those permits, but you'll expand your profession, your business, your public recognition will improve. You'll have, more, futuristic outlook and planning of your career, of your future. You'll be more hopeful about your profession and career. So that's what's happening for Sagittarius rising. Next, we'll talk about Capricorn rising. So for Capricorn rising, we are talking about the effect of Jupiter into the sign of Taurus, how that will change the results of Ketu in your chart. So Jupiter has entered your fifth house. As of today, May 1st, Guru Maharaj has entered the sign of Taurus, and Ketu has been sitting in your ninth house. So Ketu may have been causing troubles, issues with respect to your ninth house matters. We'll discuss what those are. And starting today, you'll get a relief. You'll have better results related to your ninth house because Jupiter is aspecting your ninth house, which is Ketu is sitting in the ninth house. So all the ninth house results will improve. So for the last 6 months, you may have had challenges with the gurus, maybe with your father, with your sangha, maybe just not, not feeling lucky because ninth house is Bhagyasthan, the house for luck. Your long distance travels may have issues, or just you didn't have a chance to travel long distance. You may have had a desire to do that. Your higher education may be suffering, or not much progress, or challenges there. Your philosophy, your dharma, your belief system may have been challenged, or difficulty finding direction in life. Okay, and then you didn't have good relations with your superiors or teachers or gurus. So all of those things now will improve because Guru Maharaj is now having aspect, drishti, on your ninth house on the Ketu. So Ketu has been, constricting. Ketu has been sucking off energy out of your ninth house, and so now those things will improve. So especially your connection, your relationship, your learning from gurus will improve. You'll probably even meet gurus, and you'll have a better relationship with your father. Your overall your dharma, your religious beliefs, your belief system will have more solid foundation, and you'll think long term. You'll also travel long distance. Those maybe even pilgrimage. There could be opportunities for higher education. Your philosophy will improve. You'll have a lot of discussions, spiritual discussions. You'll improve your understanding of dharma and scriptures and spiritual things. You'll go deep in those. So all of those things will improve. So that's how the effect of Ketu will turn very positive on your ninth house with the entry of Guru Maharaj in Jupiter into the sign of Taurus, Vrishabh Rashi, starting today, May 1st. Okay. So that was for the sign of Lagna of Capricorn, Makar Rashi, Makar Lagna. And now we'll talk about the Kumbh Lagna. So Aquarius rising, Aquarius ascendant. Aquarius, what's happening is Jupiter has just entered your fourth house, and Ketu has been in your eighth house. Okay, so till today, and Ketu has been in your eighth house since last October, November. So for the last 6 months, you may have had challenges with respect to your eighth house matters. We'll discuss what those are. And now, what we're saying is starting today, Jupiter will be aspecting your Ketu. So those matters, eighth house matters, will stabilize. You'll have better results with respect to your eighth house. Now, eighth house relates to other people's money, inheritance, your combined finances with your spouse, partner. Eighth house is chronic diseases. Eighth house is also fear of the unknown, or all the esoteric wisdom. And it's also the sudden changes in life, sudden income also. It's research, secrets, tax issues, insurance, all of that. And then also, deep psychology, deep philosophy, subconscious mind. So all those areas may have had challenges for the last 6 months in your life. What we're saying is, starting today, Jupiter Guru Maharaj has entered Taurus, and it will be aspecting, blessing your eighth house. It will be blessing Ketu as well. And so all the eighth house matters will improve. Especially, you may have money from other people, other sources, inheritance, shared resources, shared money. Sudden windfall of money is possible, sudden income. And also, any chronic diseases you may have had, those may improve. You will have progress. You'll see better health. You'll go deep into philosophy and psychology and spiritual wisdom. You'll literally discover the secrets of the universe. So this will be a very, very positive transit for you. Your eighth house will be activated in a positive manner, and you'll have the blessings of Guru to discover all these hidden gems, pearls of wisdom at the bottom of the ocean. So that's for the sign of Aquarius, Kumbh Rashi, Kumbh Lagna. And now we'll see the the sign of Pisces, rising sign of Pisces, mean Lagna. So what's happening is Jupiter has entered your third house. Guru Maharaj has entered Taurus today as of May 1st. And Ketu has been sitting in your seventh house for the last 6 months. So what this video specifically is talking about, this impact on Ketu. I have a separate video for Jupiter's transit in Taurus, a very detailed video. Please watch that. In this one, we are talking about how Jupiter's entry into Taurus will improve your seventh house matters, because Ketu has been sitting there, possibly causing issues, challenges with respect to your seventh house matters. So let's see. And so now, yeah, starting today, Jupiter is having aspect on your seventh house, aspect on Ketu. So that means for the last 6 months, you may have had challenges with respect to your relationships, especially with your one-on-one partnerships, both personal partnerships with your spouse and with one-on-one business partnerships. And issues with your sexual organs, issues with your society, how you present yourself in the society, how people basically your interaction with everybody else. And so this is a kamasthana. And so those things will improve now. You'll have much better relationship with your spouse, with your partner, with your business partner. Also, you may have had challenges developing new partnerships, especially like business partnerships. And now Jupiter Guru Maharaj will give you ample opportunity to develop amazing one-on-one partnerships, bilateral partnerships with other people. And then also will expand your connection, your relationship with your partner, with your spouse. That it'll take it to a next higher level with a spiritual foundation. So that's what's happening for the sign of for rising sign of Pisces. And this was overall analysis for Jupiter's entry into Taurus, how uh, this will impact the results of Ketu in your life, especially how the sign of Virgo, wherever Virgo is in your chart, that area will improve. Whichever house Virgo is, just check that house and see what that house represents. Those areas of life will improve now starting today, May 1st. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to get the notifications. And please do comment. I really appreciate your comments and feedback. That motivates us a lot. So thanks for watching. I'll see you.